Happy morning, children. How are you all? Yes, you're all fine, right? Very good. Okay, children. In our today's class, in our English class, we're gonna start up with a new poem. Okay, we've already completed a prose called The Shepherd's Treasure, right? So now we are entering into a new poem. Yes. And the name of the poem is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Okay, what is the name of the poem? Yes, that's right. So, stopping by woods on a snowy evening. Do you know who is the poet? Very good. Yes, Robert Frost. Robert Frost. Okay. So, the name of the poem is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, and it is written by Robert Frost. What is the spelling of Robert Frost? Very good. R-O-B-E-R-T, Robert Frost, F-R-O-S-T, Robert Frost. Okay, children, before getting into the poem, we'll just see a small gist about the poet, okay? About the poet, we'll just have a look at it. Yes, here we have got the poet introduction. So, his full name is Robert Lee Frost. Okay, Robert Frost's full name is Robert Lee Frost, and he was born on March 26, 1874, and he died on January 29, 1963. Okay, so this was his lifespan. And next he's an American poet. Okay, American poet, and is known for his realistic depictions of rural life. So he is well known for his realistic depictions of rural life. He writes more about the rural lives and he depicts more of in his home and place. Okay, and he is also a poet and a playwright. One who writes playwrights. So that is, he is also a poet and playwright. And if you see his awards and achievements, he has got Pulitzer Prize for Poetry. Actually, Pulitzer Prize means it's like an award or achievement in the American journalism, literature, or music. So if you take it, America, they give Pulitzer Prize in the fields of music, literature, and journalism. So he has got Pulitzer Prize for Poetry. That's so nice. And he has also got Congressional Gold Medal. Okay, he has got Congressional Gold Medal. And if you see something which is very special about him is the only poet to receive 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. So he is the only poet who has received 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. So if you take, he is the only poet who has got 4 Pulitzer Prizes, that too for poetry. That's so special about him. So this is about Robert Lee Frost. And if you take this poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, this was published in the year 1923 and in a poem called Hampshire. Okay. So I'll just read out it once again. So his full name is Robert Lee Frost, and he was born on March 26, 1874 and died on January 29, 1963. And he was an American poet, and he is known for his realistic depictions of rural life, and he is also a poet and a playwright. And if you take his awards, he has got Pulitzer Prize for Poetry and also Congressional Gold Medal. And he is the only poet to receive 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. So this is about the poet. Okay, who is our poet? Yes, very good, Robert Frost. Okay, fine. If you take this poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, so what do you understand by the title of the poem? Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. What do you mean by woods? Yes, very good. So forest area, right? Forest, dense, thick forest. Okay, wood means forest. And snowy evening. Okay, one fine evening where we get a lot of snow. Okay, snowfall, where there is a lot of snowfall. So from the topic, we could come to know that someone, maybe the poet, is stopping by the woods, by the forest on a snowy evening. So one fine evening is traveling. He's traveling somewhere and he's just stopping by the woods on a snowy evening. So it was very dark and it is having a lot of snowfall, and he's stopping there just to enjoy his the nature, okay, beauty of the nature. Okay, from the topic we come to know the part this, right? So we'll learn the poem. So today's class we'll see two stanzas, okay, have written here two stanzas and we'll learn. So actually this poet Robert Frost is traveling on his horse and one fine evening, so on the way to his destination, he is just stopping by the woods, okay. Woods means forest as we have already seen. So he is stopping by the woods and it was all snowfall everywhere. So the forest is covered by the snow. So can you just imagine, be like a greenery, right? So forest means green and all. So on the greens, when the snow falls, the white snows, it just covers the forest, right? So it looks so beautiful. So here this poet is just stopping by the woods in order to enjoy the beauty of the nature, okay. So he just wants to stop for some time and he wants to look around the nature and he wants to enjoy the beauty of the nature, okay. So we'll see what happens. First stanza. Whose words these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. I read it once again. Whose words these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. Okay, if you take the first stanza, this traveler, this poet is stopping by the woods and he is saying that whose woods these are, I think I know. So it's just thinking whose woods, whose forest is, who is the owner of the forest. I think I know the person and he lives in the village. His house is in the village too. So I know whose forest is this, the owner of the forest. I know the person and he lives in the village. So his house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. He thinks that he will not know me stopping here so I can watch the snow. So this owner of the forest will not be aware of me that I am stopping my horse here and I am watching and enjoying the nature, so he will not be knowing that. So I know because he is in the village, right? So his house is in village, so he must be there and he must not be knowing what's happening here, no? So he thinks that, okay, I know the owner of the forest, he must be living in the village, so he must not know that I'm stopping here and I'm enjoying the woods. To watch his woods fill up with snow. So to watch his woods, to watch the forest which is filled with snow. So this poet is quite sure that he is somewhere in the village, so he will not be knowing that I am watching the snow which is, I am watching the woods which is covered by the snow. So this is about the first stanza. The next stanza. My little horse must think it quiet to stop without a farm was near. Between the woods and frozen lay, the darkest evening of the year. My little horse must think it quiet to stop without a farm was near. Between the woods and frozen lay, the darkest evening of the year. Stanza, what's happening? My little horse must think it quiet. So he's starting on the horse, right? So his little horse must think it very strange because to stop without a farmer's near. So usually this poet, he stops his horse only near the farmhouse and this time he is stopping near the woods, right? So he says that his little horse must think it quiet. Quiet means strange. The meaning of quiet is strange. So he says that his little horse must think it strange because this time he is stopping near the snow woods. Because he usually stops near a farmhouse. So he says that his little horse must be thinking strange because he is stopping near a wood instead of stopping near a farmhouse. Between the woods and the frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. Because he is stopping near the woods and between the woods and the frozen lake. So one side you could see the forest which is covered with snow. On the other side we could see the frozen lake. So in between he is stopping his horse. And the darkest evening of the year, he says that it is the darkest evening of the year. So if you see, we have got some depictions. So he is referring as horse like my little horse, which means that horse must be very dear to him, must be very special like a friend. So he portrays him like my little horse. Okay. It also shows that he must be very humble and ordinary traveler who has just a small like a pony horse instead of having a big one. Okay, it also shows that, and we can interpret in any other ways. Okay, and we could also come to know that the darkest evening of the year, which refers to that the evening must be of the maximum time, like long evening, or else we could also encounter with the poet who is very depressed or sad. It also refers to two meanings. The darkest evening of the year refers to the long evening, the night time which has long hours, and also we could say that the poet must be very depressed, sad. So he refers it as the darkest evening of the year. Okay. So this is about the two stanzas. I'll just recall.
Okay children, we'll have recall of the poem. So this poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, was written by Robert Frost, and this was published in the year 1923 in his volume New Hampshire. Okay, all of you know about this. Okay, we'll just recall the poem now. Okay children, so if you take this poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, so we come to know that the poet, he stops by some woods on his way one evening. Okay, he is traveling somewhere and he is stopping by the woods. Woods means forest, no? So he is stopping by the woods on his way one evening, and he just wants to enjoy the nature. So the poet knows the owner of the woods and also the place where he lives. He is assured that the owner lives in a village and he will not see him stopping here. So he knows the owner of the woods, okay, the forest, the owner of the forest, he knows very well, and he also knows where that person lives also. So he is assured that the owner who lives in the village and he will not see him stopping here, so that he can enjoy the natural beauty of his snow covered woods. And the poet, he further says that he usually stops near the farmhouse. Okay, in the second stanza, if you see, the poet, he says that he usually stops near the farmhouse. This will be a little strange thing for his dear horse to stop in this dark evening, because he usually stops near the farmhouse, right? So this time he's stopping by the woods, so that he thinks that it will be very strange to his little horse, because he is now stopping by the farmhouse. He's not stopping by the farmhouse, he's stopping by the woods, between the woods and the frozen lake. And they have stopped between the frozen lake and the woods in the dark evening. So here the poet calls his horse my little horse, because it is extremely dear to him, or possibly it can be a baby horse, that is pony. So as I have explained you, this horse, he is referring as little horse, my little horse, because it must be very dear to him, or else it must be a baby horse, that is a pony. Okay, and this also implies that the speaker may be a humble and ordinary citizen. So we could also interrupt in this way, that he must be a very humble and ordinary citizen, and he cannot afford to buy an upscale horse, a big one. He may not able to buy big one, so he's using the little baby pony. He also embodies the horse by indicating that he can think and refer to him as a person. So if you see in the stanza, he says he thinks. So which means he is indicating the horse like a person, isn't it? Yes. Okay children, I'll just read out the stanzas. Whose words these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though, he will not see me stopping here. to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmer's near between the woods and frozen lake and the darkest evening of the year. Okay, so if you see the stanza, so we could come to know that they have used some poetical devices, the rhyming words they have used. So, no, though, snow. The first stanza, no, though, snow. And in the second stanza, quare, near, year. So, these are the rhyming words used in this poem. Okay. Okay children, this is all about today's class. So we have completed 2 stanzas, right? And in the next class we'll continue with the remaining stanzas. We have another 2 stanzas to be completed in the next class. Okay. And for your homework, you'll have to copy down the notes which you get it from the PDF. Okay children, thank you. We'll meet in the next class.